Yo guys, I am back with another video. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the more frequent uploads. But what I have in front of you is, of course, Ultimate Valkyrie in all of its ultimate glory. This thing is a beast, and it might be the last Valkyrie for all we know. Of course, one of the things that I just wasn't a huge fan about was the driver, which is variable dash. Now, I have a few complaints with it. The first one being that it is a little too short. And you guys can clearly see this thing is not that tall. But what if I told you guys that there is a better alternative? In fact, it is a driver that's easily one of the rarest and hardest to get drivers in all of Beyblade Burst. And here's something to note. Beyblade Burst has been around since 2015, so there have been a lot of releases now, and it's wild that we've gotten this far. But what I have right here is, well, an Ultimate Reboot, but not just any Ultimate Reboot. Now, before I get to the close-up, can we get 300 likes? I think we can do it, guys. But yes, we are going to switch Ultimate Valkyrie's driver with what I think is a lot better. So, let's go ahead and do that. Alright guys, I am back with the close-up, and here it is in all of its glory. This Ultimate Reboot driver might be one of the hardest drivers to get, as well as one of the most rare drivers in all of Beyblade Burst history, for a few reasons. First of all, this was very hard to get because in order to get this, you had to first live in Japan, and two, buy the Korokoro comic, which comes out every month. In 2017, you had to buy the comic for June, July, August, September, and October and collect tickets, which you then had to mail in to Takara Tomy, and then they would send you this driver. So the only way to get this was to be in Japan at that time. Or of course, what I did was get it through a mystery box or even buy it confirmed. So this driver alone fetches prices of about $50 to $100 right now on the market. So this is easily one of the most valuable but also sought after drivers. And I say this because despite being Ultimate Reboot, it's good in that this is the only anime accurate Ultimate Reboot. So this is the exact one used by Vault in the anime. And we can tell because if you look at the anime render, it's actually a solid dark blue color. Now, Takara Tomy did give us a clear color of this, but that one had mold issues and it wasn't accurate to the anime. So this driver to me is the Ultimate Valkyrie driver, if that makes sense. Now, what better fitting driver for Ultimate Valkyrie than this? I think it's a perfect match. And of course, I know this is valuable, but if you guys want to see where I pulled this, I'll post the link to that video right now, right here. Go check it out. It was insane. I can't believe I have this piece in my possession now. But yeah, so of course, Ultimate Valkyrie comes with variable dash, and I even awakened it in my previous video. Go check that out right here as well. This thing, for what it's worth, it's iconic, it's nostalgic for me, but it's way too short. Just look how short it is. I noticed, and you guys even noticed, that in the video, this thing will scrape a lot with the disc. So that's no good. The solution here, to me, is going to be this driver. Just look how taller it is. So it's significantly taller, therefore we should avoid the problem of scraping altogether. On top of that, it's Ultimate Reboot. So Ultimate Reboot, if you guys didn't know, is literally Reboot but with rubber. So it will deploy a stamina tip, which comes out right at the beginning, and then as it loses stamina, this tip will go back inside and reveal the rubber, allowing it to speed up in battle. So I think this is the best match for Valkyrie, just because it's ultimate and ultimate. It's a perfect match. But besides that, it's also expensive and sought after, so I think it's very fitting for probably the last Valkyrie we'll ever see. Now I figured I would at the very least weigh this thing, just to give you guys a good idea. So besides the dash driver that we're losing, we're gaining a gimmick, which is great. We're also gaining height in this change. Now, as far as weight, there might be a difference here as well. With variable dash, we're sitting at 6.32 grams. And then with ultimate reboot, we are sitting at 8.2. So we are gaining weight, which is good. Of course, it's not gonna have the speed, but we're getting an extra gimmick, and I think it's well worth it. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and get my stadium, and we'll move on to the test battles. All right, guys, I am back with my stadium, and we are gonna start off with just the stock combo, that being variable dash, in its awakened state. So let's see what that's like. So obviously very aggressive and just overall hard to control, as expected. Now, let's switch it over and we'll see what we got. All right, so that was a much stronger launch. With this driver, you can pretty much go ham, launch as strong as you want. There's really no risk to a self KO. And just like that, we got the ultimate reboot kicking in. And yeah, so that's the gimmick. We're gonna go ahead and do some test battles and see how it performs. All right, Glide's hanging in there. Somehow, it's managing to not burst. Actually quite surprised. But Ultimate Reboot's kicking in now, so should be able to get some contact very shortly. So it is circling around. Ragnarok is keeping the center. And we got a burst. All right, we got Cursed Satan against Ultimate Valkyrie. Nice hits right off the bat. Ooh, really good counterattack by Curse, but it does look like it is out of stamina. All right, we got Solomon now. Should be a pretty good standalone battle, just because Solomon doesn't tend to burst too often, and it's a heavy Beyblade. But just like that, it got toppled over. All right, solid hits from both Jet and Valkyrie. This could be anyone's match, but the Just driver is just trash. All right, we got Mirage Fafnir. So we're getting some rubber on rubber contact, and that was a burst. Try that again. I really like these rubber on rubber contact battles, just because you really don't know what to expect. There's a lot of friction, a lot of recoil, very explosive hits. But it does look like Fafnir's hanging in there, and that looks like a tie. All right, we got Variant Lucifer versus Valkyrie. This is another one of those where it could be anyone's match, just because Lucifer does not have the best same spin. And ooh, we got kind of like a flash shoot. And we actually outspun Lucifer somehow. All right, got some scraping and a knockout. All right, let's see if First Uranus can put up a challenge. Just maybe it can, but it also likes to lose its stamina really quickly, almost too quickly. It's avoiding the attacks. Oh, and Valkyrie goes in for that swoop. Oh my gosh. All right, we got Death Scyther versus Valkyrie, two classic days. but Death Scyther is out. Okay, I'm gonna launch Valkyrie first for this matchup. And now you know why. Hyperion Burn has it all except for stamina and burst resistance. Okay, we got Helios Volcano. Putting in the work, maybe. No, it's definitely avoiding attacks, and a really nice counter right there. Valkyrie, however, is kicking in with the ultimate reboot. How's it going to approach? It's coming in really close. And it looks like Helios gets that. Alright, we got Tempest going pretty wild. Now Valkyrie. See, Tempest is a hard hitter, but I think it's held back by Charged Metal. It's just not doing too well. And just like that, Dragon goes down. Alright. Rage versus Ultimate. This might even be the better Longinus, at least with a lot of people playing. And just like that, some hard hits. Neither Bay is giving in just yet. And that is coming in really close, but it looks like Valkyrie wins that. We got Lucifer the End. Easily one of the better looking sparking bays, but it is unfortunately terrible for same spin. Somehow it's holding on though, I gotta give it props. But just like that, it is shutting down. In style. Oh, it's stealing spin now. Lucifer wins. Alright, we got World Spriggan versus Valkyrie. Also another debate, people think World might be the better Spriggan in comparison to Astral, just because of the burst resistance. And wow, really hard hits. Spriggan goes down. Alright, can't believe I'm saying this, but Infinite is easily one of the rarest burst bays and crazy hits. Infinite Achilles is going ham with Valkyrie. So is Valkyrie though, now it's kicking in. A lot of missed hits. Ooh. Just hard shots all around. Achilles takes it. Now we'll launch Valkyrie first, because we got the other Valkyrie now. Oh, okay, Valkyrie got a solid hit in. I should say Brave. Again, a lot of the... Oh, and Brave gets a knockout. Alright. Let's see if Perseus can hang in there. It's got Bearing Dash, but we all know that's really just a regular driver. Might be a little too explosive. But again, rubber on rubber contact is useful. Wow. Okay. All right. Ragnarok is keeping the center. Ragnarok is easily my favorite DB bay, just because of its stock combo is so good. Just look how it's deflecting and dodging all those attacks. Winning for a counter even. Does Ragnarok have this? And it does. Now Bahamut is another that really makes me think that it is too good for its own good. Alright, we got Hamburger Belial in all of its unbalanced glory. This thing is too heavy for its own good. Putting in the work though. Really, what was TT thinking with this? I just don't know. It is too clunky. Alright, now we got Mirage Fafnir. How will it fare against Ultimate Valkyrie with the rubber, mind you? Wow, that was explosive. Valkyrie versus Valkyrie. Which one's the better one? It almost looked like Valkyrie lost its balance. Alright, now we got Greatest Raphael doing pretty well, dodging a bunch of attacks. Oh, of course that halo effect is now in action. This thing never ceases to amaze me, it always looks so cool. And wow, just like that, Raphael wins. Alright. Ooh, the armor has popped off. What will happen next? Phoenix somehow gets a burst. I don't even know. Alright, we got Dangerous versus Ultimate. Ooh, explosive hits. Just like that though, Valkyrie is hanging in there. Wow. Okay, Spriggan versus Valkyrie. Who will take it next? Ooh, okay. Let's see what happens. Looks like it was pretty explosive at the beginning, but now it's calming down. Spriggan holding its ground. Alright, what better fitting battle than Ultimate versus Guilty? This is what I wanted to see, how this is going to play out. They're just charging up now. I'm waiting for that reboot to kick in. Just like that, it is on. August is not giving up at all, but it does look like a tie. All right. Boom. All right, so using the Ultimate Reboot, while it gave us some advantages, I noticed that it still clicks and even bursts on some occasions. But I will say it was a big improvement and it would be even better with Ultimate Reboot Dash. But for the sake of keeping the colors consistent, I am keeping it with this driver. Either way, this driver is very fitting for Ultimate Valkyrie, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, guys, I will see you all later. Peace. Whew.